Good morning. We are at the El Camino del Sierra trailhead, open from dawn to dusk. It's a quiet morning. It's already hot. There's my vehicle and two others out here. One young lady went out ahead of me. One woman came off the trail already. She probably a local, since there was she didn't get into any car. We are doing the Thunderbird Trail. It is a 7.4. It's a 4.5 hour hike. It is a balloon trail, so a long straight trail that goes up the string, then a loop at the end. There's supposedly a mine somewhere along here, so cool. It is Friday morning. Packing 3 liters of water on me. I'm well fed. Had my coffee. I got an additional 16 fluid ounces of electrolytes. First aid kit. You and I, have yet to see any rattlesnakes, and I'm hoping we can keep that trend up. However, I saw lots of little bunny rabbits on my way up here. So that is a prey item for some predator. I'm thinking rattlers go after the mice and stuff we have out here. Mice, pack rats, stuff. This is said to be a moderate hike. There is to the south of us, something called the Sweetwater Trail. I don't know where that is. I saw signs for it heading off farther down, farther south. So, we're going to be going out here, up here, around there, and back. And as you can see, there's a multiplicity of trails running out through here. This is all part of the Saguaro National Park West. We are out in West Tucson, west of I-10 on Camino del Sierra. Getting up here is fun. The road becomes a very narrow 2-lane, winding through some nice little neighborhoods. people coming up behind me, I can hear. So I will talk to y'all on up the trail. See you in a bit. So in front of us in the distance, the Tortolitas. Off towards the sun over here, Push Ridge, the western edge of Catalinas. Today I am filming this in 1080p just to see what that's about. I can't remember the frame rate right now. Probably 60 or something like that. I've watched a ton of videos on setting up an Action 3, vlogging, what presets to make, and frankly when it comes to the 4K, the 1080p, 30 frame rates, 60, 120, I'm not noticing the difference in the quality. And I think it's, I have no idea. No clue. Not a photographer. So it took a little gradual incline coming out of the parking lot at the trailhead, and we just walked in front of this guy here. Yay, because I was not ready to go straight up. So let's flip this down so you can see this. Rocks along your trail here. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, rocks along your trail there, saying that's not the way to go. Even though there's clearly a trail going that way. And Karen, I keep looking up on Google how to pronounce that, and then I forget when I get out here. I think it's Karen's. One here, one there, leading us down through a very rocky path. This one goes around the blockade and up. I don't know what the hell that's about. This could be someone's idea of a joke. I don't know. But let's see. From the map I've seen, there is no trails coming off this trail for a while. But as this appears to be the path less chosen, let's go this way. What's the worst that could happen, right? I got water. And I wonder if that's the mine up there. I see some stone kind of in piles that looks disturbed. Well, we come back this way. So, on our way back, we'll stop, we'll walk up there, we'll see what's what. I'm guessing some people wanted to summit that and made their own trail. What is this? That is a hole in the ground. Let's go look at this. Hopefully we won't leak anything out. It's got bars across it. I will post a little caption there. Let you know what I find out about what they're mining here. Wow, sorry about walking y'all into the sun. So if you haven't heard, the sunsets in Arizona are spectacular. All year round, every day, no matter the weather. Since we are, for the most part, fairly flat, as far as buildings and stuff go, we have no concrete jungles per se. You can see a long, long way out into the distance. That is freaking awesome. A double Saguaro. Cool. And last night was no exception. It was a very hot day from what I could tell. I was working, so I was inside all day. But from what I could tell, it was a very hot day yesterday. And on my way home, the sun had set into the west. And I just happened to glance that way. The whole horizon was orange. And if you ever seen video, film footage of a forest fire where the horizon's just this blaze of orange, that was our sunset last night. I mean, it was just like, holy crap, the sun has set the world on fire. Half the adventure going out on these trails is looking at a map, reading about the trail, and then coming out here and you get on the trail and you go, where's this thing taking me? This does not feel like the map. Like, I feel like we should be going that way and wandering up and making a loop up there and walking back. But we appear to be heading into the sun, And you know, the idea is to knock out this 4.5 hour hike, so I will do is it 4.5? Yeah, it's up 7 miles or something, 1.5 hours. So I will go 2 to 3 hours out and 2 to 3 hours back, regardless of the trail. And if we are currently not on the Thunderbird Trail, I'll let you know what trail we ended up on. So we are surrounded, brittle bush. This looks dead. It is not. It's gotten to a point where it's hot. It's tossing off excess leaves because it doesn't need them anymore. But it'll maintain its life inside the branches, in the roots, and it'll hibernate over the summer. You people on the East Coast, your trees go dormant during the winter. That plant life that is native to the desert goes dormant during the summer, hot months. Now we do have a lot of trees that were brought here from the East Coast. Mulberries, olive trees. I'm keeping an eye on a fig tree that we had at the hospital. Hoping to pick a fig off of that. Just all kinds of trees that do the winter, spring, summer, fall cycle. Alrighty. Let's wander out into the desert. Talk to you in a bit. There's a bunny rabbit. So I did pass a sign, oddly enough not facing us, but facing the opposite direction, but indicating to people that were on this trail directions back to Camino del Cerro and the Sweetwater Trail. So we are on the Thunderbird Trail, as much as it just looks like a wash. We are seeing multitudes of varieties of prickly pear, from dog ear to pancake to any of the other colloquial names that they've given it. The varieties of prickly pear. If you ask me, it's basically our version of a weed. This is hot bush jojoba that they use in hair care products. They actually out towards Dateland, and you can Google Dateland. There's farms of this where it's grown in rows, where they cultivate it for the hair care industry. Not a bad crop. Given a minimal amount of water, it will do just fine. Acacia. Palo Verde. Clearly Saguaro in the Saguaro National Park. Seeing lots of little bunnies. Some of them don't care. I don't know what that says. My battery may be running low. Oh, yep. Alright, gonna change y'all out. Are you back? There you are. So the young lady that left the parking lot just before me has just returned. Another don't go this way. But I can see a mine over here, so we're going this way. We'll go look into this one. Looks like a mine, looks like something. The tailings out of the mine are very dark. Looks like there's a couple of them. There's a chipmunk. Don't know. We're gonna have to research this. The mystery grows. What are we mining for out here? Cool beans, back on the trail. Troy, I don't know if you saw that. You know, you have to marvel at our ancestors. I mean, there's knowledge found in books that you and I can go read and take classes, get degrees, study up. There's quite a little cactus garden here. Cholla, barrel, little hedgehog, or pincushion. But to buy yourself a burro, get some rice and beans and a pickaxe and a rock hammer, and wander out into this desert. And look at the rock and go, yep, it's right there. And walk over and start digging yourself a hole in the ground. And come up with a mineral or the proper mineral to make yourself enough money to I don't know, buy some more supplies, or buy yourself some food, or buy yourself some lodging. The ones that make it big in the mining industry are the ones that prey off the hard work of others. Such is life. What do we got here? Pets, motorcycle vehicles, bicycles, weapons are prohibited beyond this point. We think that they would have been prohibited already. But it's just a marvel that these guys would come out into this desolation, this wasteland, this desert. Make a living. Of course, the cattlemen ruined the desert, bringing up foreign grasses and stuff, killing off the native species. And the miners polluted the groundwaters, at least the big mining companies. But luckily, there's a few people, apparently Mr. Brown from our last foray out into the desert, that saw the intrinsic beauty of this place and got it designated a national park. You got to protect it. I, for the life of me, I look out here and I just see beauty. Whereas a miner would look out here and go, there's gold in them there hills, or silver, or copper, or whatever. I wouldn't have a clue. I could walk over a raw diamond, largest in the world. I wouldn't even know it. This state is rich in various minerals. Okay. Well, we're hiking on. So, backing up right here just a little bit. I don't walk backwards into a cactus. So I've come up this little rise, and I have a pile of rocks right here. You can see that? Pile of rocks right here. And the trail heading off that way. And then I turn this way, And I have a pile of rocks right here, what appears to be a cairn. And I can see up the hill a yellow, orange and white post and a trail sign. So I'm going to go up the hill, see what that says. I'm wondering if this is the point in the Thunderbird Trail where it turns into the balloon. So a trail goes up and around, and this is one trail name, and then this one coming back is another trail name. So we will head up the hill and find out where we're at. You would think if that was a junction, that's where the sign would be. There's a bunch of pile of rocks someone put up, and it's all been knocked down. Now that orange and white one, I'm going to guess is a gas pipeline or something. I think gas is orange and white. Oh, U.S. Boundary National Park Service. So we are at the edge of Saguaro Park West. This is the Cactus Canyon Trail, Coyote Pass Trail, Picture Rocks Wash Trail. That is not the trail we want to be on. So we're going to walk back down to the intersection. And I'm going to break out the phone, look at the map, see where I'm at on the trail. And see if that Cactus Forest Trail is the trail that we want to take. I don't recall that being the name of the trail. But then, you know, I showed you on the map, there are a bunch of trails out here that just run over other trails. You know, when you're walking this trail, it can be a little bit disconcerting because on top of human trails, they don't look like they're being traveled. Like, that doesn't really look like a trail, it looks like a wash. But there's animal trails that run through here. So I'm going to take a quick look, and I don't know if you can see that dove that just landed on that saguaro, but I took a couple of pictures back here of the saguaros in bloom, and they have white blooms at the top of them. And this cactus right here, and this cactus that this dove landed on top of, they have red blooms, very crimson red blooms, very pretty. We have our buddy the crow out here. I always like that they're keeping an eye on me. That seems to be gliding rather effortlessly to be a crow. Oh, they are eagles. Is that true? That looks awful small to be an eagle. That might have been sun glitting off their heads. A lot of wildlife. Alrighty. Gonna look at the map, see where we're at. Talk to y'all in a bit. Alright, welcome back. Well, this is the intersection of the trail. This is where it balloons. One trail goes left, one trail goes right. I think y'all know which way I lean. Make all my southern friends happy and go right. And I have my gimbal with me, but I don't have my tripod with me, and I don't have my selfie stick with me because I don't do selfies. But now, with those beautiful red blossoms, I'm wishing I had the selfie stick with me, because I could put the camera on top of that selfie stick and run it up the length of that Saguaro and get you guys a closer view of his beautiful crimson red blossoms. Alrighty, we're back into it. We're going counterclockwise on the balloon. The Thunderbird Balloon Loop Trail. Talk to y'all in a bit. So, this bears mentioning. I took the right fork, and we have dropped down into a wash. There's a cairn there. And coming out into the wash, I'm not seeing a trail that goes up the hill. I am seeing imprints. Looks like possibly footprints going down the wash. So if you're heading out this way, and this turns out not to be the trail, my body's in a wash off the right loop of the Thunderbird Trail. I see a cairn out here in the middle on a rock, so I'm guessing this wash has become the trail for the time being. Alrighty. You can see rock across here saying this is not a trail. It's just a wash coming off of that hill up there. Alright. We're down the trail. Talk to you later. Just as a quick little aside while we're down here in the wash. There is a couple of Celtic, Irish fae that have made it into Hispanic culture and lore. One is Jenny Greenteeth, and the other, I'll post her name in a closed caption. I have forgotten her name, but out here in the Southwest, they're let me tell you about Jenny Greenteeth and her cohort in Ireland. They are fae that live in bodies of water, rivers, ponds, lakes, and they pull people to their death along these rivers, streams, ponds, lakes. People that wander too close to the edge. And hello. Talking to y'all, and had that quail not flown up, and we would have missed this. I don't know if you can see that. It's the Abington Trail. The Gila Monster Trail is, apparently we're on the Gila Monster Trail, yay. We are heading towards the Coyote Pass Trail, and the Cactus Canyon Trail is back this way, 0.5, a half mile. There's a vertical cliffs trail and an Abington access in 1.1 mile. Abington, I'm guessing it's a road. So there's a trail that goes off of this. I know that we are going counterclockwise on a loop that's going to take us this way, so I'm going to continue forward. But I keep my eye open for a trail sign, because I was wondering how I was going to get out of this wash and when I was going to get out of this wash. Yep. So yeah, that trail goes off. We are almost to the point where we're going to be making a left. And start circling around to finish off our balloon. So, Jenny Greenteeth. So, these fae are out there, and parents warn their children about these fae so that they won't fall into creeks and rivers, streams, lakes, ponds, and drown. Well, here in the Southwest, there is a lady, and I will post her name up in the closed caption. Not my culture, so it's not a name I keep readily on my mind. But she's a lady of the washes that lives in these washes, these arroyos, and lures young children to their death. I don't know where she hangs out in the dry season. This wash is just cool as hell. It's right here that I'm walking over. Caliche. Basically earth-made cement. Bunch of stone, bunch of mineral. It's all fused together. This basalt, I'm guessing. Looks like lava. Y'all keep your eye open for gold. Let me know if you see anything. Look at the texture on that rock. Can you see that? Am I standing in the way of that? Look at that. The earth is an amazing place. Alrighty, we're back at it. Just thought I'd give you a quick tale about the Faye of the desert southwest. So I'm walking down the wash here, and I see this in the distance. Curved line of rocks going across the wash. A little bit unnatural. So I turned on the camera, because as I suspected, that's what you have for an indication that this is the end of the trail and it's curving up this way. This, bring the camera up a bit, is in 0.8 miles to take us to the Coyote Canyon Trail. And the Pitcher Rocks Wash Trail is up ahead of us in a mile. We're probably going to Pitcher Rocks Wash Trail, I think. I have no idea. But quick check of the map. I'm pretty sure we are where we need to be. It did not look too far from where I checked the last time. Yep. We're good. So we'll continue on our way. So we're walking up a wash, apparently. Just like we were walking down the wash on the other one. I did pass a marker, a very old one. I leaned in on it and it had embossed in it, trail closed. It was off to my right here. So apparently at one time there was a trail there, and for some reason they closed it. Quite possibly, and I can't. Yeah, quite possibly there's some hills over here. I'm thinking maybe there's a mine back there or something, and they don't want people going up there. So now I'm feeling like we kind of should have gone up there. But oh well, we're beyond that now. So walking up a wash, keeping our eyes open. There are a lot of game trails that are running off of this wash. I do not like walking up washes. And it's not because it's going to rain, because clearly it's not. But this is where the water is, and this is where animals come to find that water. Now, at this time of year, animals are getting their water from eating cacti fruit, eating insects, eating each other. But this is a place where they come to get food, and I have noticed as I'm walking down here a lot of chipmunks. And you saw the one at Bridal Wreath Falls, and I may have come across one or two others on hikes that I pointed out to you. I did not know we had such an abundance of chipmunks. So I knew we had ground squirrels, I knew we had rock squirrels, and other types of squirrels that live up in the Catalinas. And I knew we had different kind of rats and mice that live down here in the desert that thrive. I did not know chipmunks were among them. Seems to be a lot of them. So if you got little critters like that hanging out, well, then that's where predators come. And as I've said, I've already seen a ton of rabbits. So I'm thinking this would be a great place for coyote. Obviously, I've seen a lot of coyote scat on the trail. Have not seen any coyote. Of course, it's getting hot and they're probably bedded down for the day. But great place for bobcat and other desert cats that inhabit the Sonora Desert, because there just seems to be a ton of little animals for them to prey upon. The wash is now trail closed, and we are heading up onto what looks to be more of a trail. Talk to y'all in a bit. We've gone maybe 100 yards or so from the wash, and I passed by a sign that said trail closed, and I think it was the other end of the one that I told you about that was in the wash that I thought might lead up to a mine, because there's these mountains right here. But it passed by as it connected into this trail, so it's Lord knows why the Park Service would close that. But I'm looking right here and I'm seeing something meandering through the desert. These could be game trails, it could just be the natural way that the plant life grew. But I'm looking at this mountain beyond us here, and I don't know how close these thing gets on this stuff. But that up there, that ain't natural. So I'm thinking there's a mine on that mountain. What do you think? Shall we find out? So we're a little bit closer. I'm seeing rock fall over here. I'm seeing that there. That looks like a tailings pile. Our trail heads off this way. And I'm just like looking at the lay of the land, and it looks like a nice clear path, not a trail. It goes up through here, and I think we can make our way around here. Looks like it drops off into a wash for a bit, but I think we could make it up there. The question is you can see right along the ridge line up here. That looks like there might be a trail. This trail may just jump up there. So I'm going to take a look at the map and see if there's a trail that goes up there that we can follow, or if we can jump off and make our own. if we jump off? Well, let's just walk over here and see. Because that looks like a drop off right there. We may not be able to get across this wash where I think we can. Oh, that doesn't look bad. Not too sketchy. So let's see what the map says. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, so I've walked back up on the wash, back up on the trail. Whatever that is either along the trail, because it looks like the trail comes up and comes around, or is not on the map, one of the two. So I'm going to travel up a little farther and see if there's a little less aggressive climb up to that area. Because that just don't look natural to me. And now I'm curious. So we'll talk to y'all in a bit. Call this a gulch. I'm not sure. Gotta apologize to y'all. I just had a beautiful Arizona cardinal land up on a cactus in front of me, and I stopped and went to get my, instead of hitting record and filming them, I went to pull the camera off to take a picture of him, and he flew away before I could even get started. He was pretty. You walk out amongst this place, this land, a little bit of view right there, and I don't know. All the cowboy movies, all the westerns you've ever seen, all the tales that you've heard, that you've read, that you've imagined, they happened in this place. Desperados making their way to Mexico, coming up and robbing a bank. That stone is green. I don't know what kind it is, but that's green. People traveling across Texas, New Mexico, and crossing this area of the desert on their way to California. That happened here. We appear to be at another junction. And I believe we are heading onto the Cactus Canyon Trail. I believe that's our loop back. And it looks like I'm going uphill. And what I suspect is that what I saw, that I was like hoping it was a mine or something because of that rock pushed off to the edge in those spots, is more than likely this trail meandering up and around the top of this hill, and that's just where they pushed off the rock to make the trail, which is a little bit disappointing. My imagination was running wild. Like, yeah, another mine. Hole in the grass. This is a noisy place. Rabbits jumping out, quail jumping out, lizards running, squirrel, or chipmunks. I've seen them squirrel. All very loud noises out here where the sound is just nothing. So something moves, you hear it. Until my talking is just traveling out. Sounds like an airline or something. There it is. That thing is coming from Phoenix heading towards Tucson. Okay, we're gonna get up this hill. Talk to y'all in a bit. I don't know. I don't know. We're heading along the Cactus Trail. I climbed up into one of those areas up on this hill here, except it was on the back side of it. Yeah. Somebody was doing some mining up there. I took some pictures of the rocks. I don't know if it's turquoise or copper. It's very pretty green. There are a lot of copper mines out here, so I guess it's copper. But, you know, we also have a lot of minerals that exist out here, so who knows. And I am going to Google Earth for you this area. See if we can't get some shots of that. This rock here is about as black can be. Let's see that right here. Some of this stuff looks like it was just thrown up from the depths of the earth. So we're on our way back. The sun is up. It is hot. But I'm good. Brought 3 liters of water, and I feel like there's at least 1.5 liters left. We were more than halfway home, or halfway back to the car, where I have a nice hot cup of coffee and a thermos of coffee waiting for me. I have 16 ounces of electrolytes I haven't touched yet. When we get back to that little junction, I will count that as the halfway mark and take on those electrolytes. They're close. There are some yellow desert flowers. There's some orange desert flowers. I've passed purple desert flowers. More bunnies. The lizards moving along the trail have kind of thinned out because it's getting warm. At one point, I was going to traverse this mountain and go up to those, I thought was mines, and then I began to think it was just a trail, and now I'm thinking it's mines again. But I still see a line running right along there. So somewhere, somehow, there's a trail that goes up there. And there was that metal bucket back there, and it had a cable tied to it. So I'm wondering if they would fill that bucket up and send it down into this saddle here and put it on the back of mules and haul the rock out of here. That's my imagination. I don't know. But this could be an old mining trail that just runs around the top of that mountain. Because that just looks like an awful straight line to me. So, that being the case, and there are other ways to get out here on other trails, we will take another trail out here, not the Thunderbird, take a different trail. And we'll come back out here and we'll hike up that mountain. Because there are just all kinds of trails to walk around here. This one, there were 2 cars when I pulled up to the parking lot. One person passed by me, and like I said, I think they were a resident because they didn't get a car. They just walked out of the parking lot down the road. And one young lady that was parked near me got up and took off. I didn't see where she went, but obviously she went up the trail. And I believe that was a young lady that passed me on the trail heading back. And as quickly as she came back, she either got to the halfway point on her water and turned back, or she only went to this junction and turned around and came back. So she wasn't that far ahead of me. Of course, I'm a tortoise. I was pretty slow. She was young, so she pumped on. She was little too. Barely 4 feet tall. Came back by, looked at her and said, "Is this a child hiking in the desert?" Could have been, for all I know. Not that they're not allowed to hike in the desert. And I don't know who was in the SUV. Haven't seen them. They could have gone down the Sweetwater Trail. And I know the two people that came up from the neighborhood behind me, they went down the Sweetwater Trail, because my first stop was not too far from that junction and they never showed up. So I've pretty much got this trail to myself. So, you know, if you want some solitude and seclusion, Thunderbird Trail on a Friday. Probably any weekday. Definitely cover up. I mean, it's hot. It's hot out here, I ain't gonna lie. I'm accustomed to it. I like it. But I am wearing a long sleeve black Hey Hawaii dry fit hoodie. This is my Hawaiian Lands in Hawaiian Hands hoodie. And I've said it before, it may sound crazy to y'all, but you want to cover up from the sun. I went out and washed my car the other day. Actually, I washed it down at the car wash, but I brought it back and detailed the inside and waxed the outside. And just in the short time I was out waxing the car, I got a little cooked. I was a little pink. Yep. Feeling like we're coming up on the little sign. So that red bloom is going to be up here, so I'm going to take a picture of that for y'all. I think I took one a while back of a white one. So, alright, gonna let you go. Gonna find this red bloom on this Saguaro and down some electrolytes, and we'll be taking the string back on the Thunderbird Trail. Talk to y'all later. Alright, we're heading back. I've cameled up. Drank 2/3, 3/4 of my electrolytes. I've got plenty of water left. Feel good. Haven't really taken a break, sat down or anything, but I feel good. Feel good. Body feels good. We're going to head back and knock out the rest of this hike. Talk to y'all in a bit. So, the more I think about it, I am thinking that those are not red blooms. And of course the photographs will tell if I was able to zoom up enough. I think that is the fruit of the saguaro, and there just happens to be some that have gone through their blooming cycle and have now fruited and are now opening up. And the more I think about that, the more that makes sense. The indigenous people would take these saguaro ribs. I don't know if you can see those. They'd take these saguaro ribs and they'd lash them together, and they would put a loop of leather or a blade from, chiseling stone, and they would reach up to the tops of the saguaros and pick that fruit and turn it into liquors and jellies and juices. And that is a custom and tradition that they carry on even to today. They come out to the Saguaro Monument parks and pick the fruit, harvest it, and that makes a little more sense to me than red blossoms, because I was just kind of like going, how is that? How did we genetically modify ourselves to red blossoms? All right. Well, that's all I got to say about that. If you know more about it than I do, please enlighten us down in the comments. This is a pretty yellow flower. I don't know if you can see that. I'll talk to y'all down the trail. Oh, I am mostly going up. This is going to be ups and gradual ups and bouncing along the edges of hills, whereas heading out was mostly downs. So not fun. Oh, it's fun. It's fine. We'll get through this. Talk to y'all in a bit. So, still heading back, but we are getting close. I can see houses all along the ridge. Good news though, our governor, God bless her, has ended the construction of new housing in Arizona. We can no longer support you people coming out here. So y'all stay where the water is. Don't come out here. Don't worry. The way y'all are treating the planet, it'll get hot enough to where you're at. They used to tell developers before they could build their little developments, they had to have a 100-year plan of water. And people are playing golf together and drinking and scratching each other's back, and all that shit was just getting rubber stamped. No more. Thank you, Governor Hobbs. We don't need any more of you people coming out here and ruining our desert, taking our water, reducing my damn shower pressure. Alright, talk to you in a bit. Thunderbird Trail. We're heading to the El Camino del Sierra road to the trailhead. It is 0.9 miles. See that? So I don't know if you guys can see that. That there on the ground is evidence of a crime. Because the saguaro, when it falls, it doesn't break into even segments. So someone's come out here and cut that down and then cut it up. And now they're just waiting for it to decompose so that they can get the ribs for whatever they're making. And they're not even sly about it. They didn't even, I mean, that's 50 feet off of the trail. Some people's kids. Some people's kids. Alright, talk to you in a bit. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that movement on the mountain there. There's a hiker that's going to summit that thing. It is basically 12 high, 1152. Be crazy. It is warm out here. 81, 91 degrees. Can't read my watch. Let's see what the phone says. .81 degrees. At noon. Crazy. Alright, talk to you later. Oops. Suppose you're supposed to register. In this little box right there. Totally ignored it when it went up. But I registered that I went out and back so that they know I'm safe. Not to look for my phones. So anyways, I was telling you about Governor Hobbs not allowing any more home construction. 56%, over half our water from the Colorado River, our allotment, goes to cattle and cattle industry. So, growing food for cows. So, well, I ain't switching teams. Go vegetarian. Beautiful day. It is straight up noon. That was a 7.5 mile hike from trailhead to trailhead. Thunderbird Trail out to the Gila Monster Trail to the Cactus Forest Trail and back on the Thunderbird Trail. A nice hike. got some rolling ups and downs. You have a couple of inclines that were nice. Lots to see, lots to explore. The trail is, for the most part, well defined and developed. There are some spots where you begin to, you know you're on the trail, but you begin to question if it's actually a trail. We'll be out here again. I enjoyed this. Call it a moderate hike. Only because of distance, not because anything too challenging. And of course, the time of year that I went through is June 2nd, 2023. And a tad bit warm. You can see the Camino de Sierra. Trailhead parking lot right there. We have reached the end of this hike. I am PCT at 63. Thanks for coming along.